Welcome to my review. If you are interested in the product, please see the link below the video description. The grinder is available as a kit or as a bare tool. As a bare tool, it comes with the auxiliary handle and Type 27 guard. As with many if not most cordless grinders, Type 1 guards, for use with cut-off wheels, are available separately. I for one prefer paddle switches, which cut power when hand pressure is removed from the trigger. You push a lock out of the way and then squeeze the trigger. Take your hand off the trigger, and the tool comes to a stop. And since this is a braking grinder, it comes to a stop in about 2 seconds. With a slide switch grinder, you have to slide the switch to the off position or remove the battery to turn it off. Generally, paddle switch grinders are safer to use, although some heavier users prefer slide switches, which can be less fatiguing. I'm not a very frequent grinder, and so the arbor nut stood out to me, more so than I can comment about its runtime or power, which so far was adequate and abundant, respectively. I'm used to spanner wrenches which engage in 2 holes of an arbor nut. DeWalt's 20V max brushless grinder instead features an arbor nut that can be tightened by hand or a hex wrench. Frankly, it works really well, and is easier to use. Should you lose that hex wrench, you can source one elsewhere, although the included wrench is much longer than usual. I really liked how easy and relatively quick it is to change discs and accessories. The spindle lock was easy to depress while during final tightening or initial loosening. The nut turned easily by hand, and tightening it with a hex wrench proved far easier than I thought it would. When the grinder first came in, I was hesitant. As mentioned, I don't use grinders all that frequently, and while I knew I could put it through some testing, I wasn't sure anything about it would stand out. But it surprised me. Overall, my initial hands-on impression is very positive. I love the arbor and nut design so far, and in use the grinder feels balances and well controlled. The brake works, although it's not as fast as the one on the FlexVolt grinder. Power doesn't seem to be a concern at all, although I need more varied use before I can say for sure. The only negative, at least to me, is the absence of a Type 1 guard, for use with straight cut-off wheels. But, if you mainly use grinding wheels and other accessories that require an open bottom, it's a positive because it means you're not paying for an accessory you might not need or even ever use. Thank you for watching.